Of course, it depends upon your understanding. If you have right understanding, you can channelize those atomic energy, you can use in a better purpose. And if you have right knowledge, you can use your Kundalini in a better purpose. And that's why I am here to give you the process, how to enhance your energy, how to, listen carefully, how to turn your potential energy into kinetic energy. Not only for that, it is energy. It means I can say, because right now people giving importance to the money. Maybe you are earning $1,000 per week. So you can get the knowledge how can earn maybe $1 million in one. So this is all about Kundalini awakening. But understanding is very necessary. How to use that $1 million. So here I am going to share how to enhance your energy, how to change, transform your potential energy into kinetic energy, as well as how to use them for your growth. And you know, there is normally 3 kinds of growth: your personal growth, your professional growth, and your spiritual growth. And everything, your emotional, that feelings coming in these 3 categories. So Kundalini yoga is all about your energy. You know, you have energy in 3 mode. One mode is your base energy, from where the energy is arising. Definitely, you have experiencing right now. Sometimes you feel very drowsy, very weak. Sometimes you feel very healthy, very energetic. So it means some energy can be ups and down. So from one point, from point one or various point, it is coming, and once again it is going, or it can be fluctuating. And another is your present energy level. And next thing is the potential energy level. Sorry, your awakening energy level. So your normal point, some amount of awakening, and higher possibilities of awakening. Let me show you a graph. So this is the point. Suppose this is the point. This is the point where you are generating your energy. And this is the point you have already awakening this much energy. Already. This much energy you are awakening. And here, this is the possibilities you can awaken within you. And all about to enhance and generate more energy in you. And as well as to utilize properly is all about Kundalini Yoga. And what is Kundalini? You can say, just remind you in a very quick mode. Whatever you have energy, that is a form of Kundalini. Whatever. Just to give you a beautiful information to you. Kundalini is a tantric word. You know, Tantra Yoga? Kundalini, you know, let me write, you can find later. Or you can ask me later, I will give you a small information about the Tantra Yoga. Tantra Yoga. A lot of yogas there. Just let me overall give you information. हठ योगा, ज्ञान योगा, लय योगा, भक्ति योगा, कर्म योगा, ध्यान योगा, मंत्र योगा, कुंडलिनी yoga. Exactly, one is tantra yoga. So the kundalini, a tantric word, a tantric word. And what is the yogic word of the kundalini? Listen carefully. What is the yogic word of kundalini? It is prana. You know pranayama. So that prana, so prana means energy. Energy, it can be vital energy, it can be cosmic energy, it can be personal energy. It has different kind of definition, but energy. It means Kundalini Yoga, listen carefully. Kundalini Yoga is all about Prana Yoga. The tantric word, tantric definition of the prana yoga is Kundalini Yoga. Or you can say the process to work with your prana, the right technique to work with your prana, to enhance your prana, to awaken your prana, to use the prana, that is Kundalini Yoga. And science already proved that. There is two things here, duster and marker. If you throw this duster in a light speed, and if you throw this marker in light speed, they both turn into energy. So both are the form of energy. And listen carefully, one more thing, you can feel happy. The lowest level of prana is called disease. It can be physical disease, mental disease. The average level of prana is called, so-called balanced mind, so-called. The higher level of prana is called meditation. The highest level of prana is called samadhi. Nothing else. Let me remind once again. The lowest level, average level, higher level, highest level. So everything is prana. Whenever you have some disease, you are taking pill. What is inside the pill? The prana inside the pill. The energy inside the pill. Of course, in a different form. Vitamin E, vitamin C, vitamin B, what they are? They are a different form of prana. So this all called Kundalini. Look, I am here to give you the practical techniques so that you can experience this. These are right now I have been presenting the philosophical part. Somehow you will forget, nothing bother about. But right now, whatever I'm going to present, that can be helpful to you. That what is the process of awakening Kundalini? Kundalini is, and later I will tell you how actually Kundalini works. But before that, let me present that how it works. Of course, I will present what is the link between Kundalini and Chakra, what is Nadi, all about you know before working with yourself. So step by step we'll go. Next 20 minutes I will present, then I will give you time to ask all your questions. And last day you can clarify yourself once again. This line is representing your spine. Okay. And these are the chakra. One, lower part of the chakra is called Muladhara chakra. In English, it's called root chakra. Second one is Swadhisthana chakra. And English is sacral chakra. Third one is Manipura chakra. It is solar plexus chakra. Fourth one is Anahat chakra. It is called heart chakra. Fifth one is your Visuddha chakra. It is called throat chakra. And your sixth one is your Agya chakra. That is called third eye chakra. So, Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, Manipura chakra, Anahat chakra, Visuddha chakra, Agya chakra. Agya chakra is known as third eye chakra. Visuddha chakra is known as throat chakra. Anahat chakra, heart chakra. Manipura chakra, solar plexus. Swadhisthana, sacral. Muladhara, root chakra. So this is your chakra. What is Kundalini Yoga? Listen carefully. Kundalini Yoga is all about your energy, to allow your move your energy from lower chakra towards your upper chakra. And finally, your last chakra is your Sahasrara chakra. It is called crown chakra. So what is the purpose of Kundalini Yoga? Your energy must move from Muladhara chakra towards your Sahasrara chakra. That is the purpose of Kundalini. Now, why you need to move? And how can the chakra helpful to your energy? Listen carefully. Your different chakra is representing different part of the body, different kind of disease, different part of color, different kind of lifestyle that I will present when I relate to the practical life. But right now understand, this energy chakra means energy center that will give you energy. The lower chakra and upper chakra, all the chakra, is producing also energy. And the more you move and open your chakras, the more intelligence will awaken. I told you just before that lowest chakra, lowest energy is disease. Average energy is mind. Higher energy is no mind. And highest energy is samadhi, know you. So the more you up, the more you are getting more energy. So that is all about. So now isko you understand in this. Your spine is like a pipe. Here, one cord is there. This cord is called Susumna. This cord is Susumna. I told you that your energy must move from the lower level to upper level. Definitely a path is necessary. So this Susumna is the ultimate path by which your energy is moving lower part to upper part. Listen carefully. Kundalini Yoga is all about, the more important part is to clean this path. For example, you have more energy, but you don't have path to transport from here to there. You have awakened your Muladhara chakra, or maybe you have awakened your Swadhisthana chakra. It means you have gathered a lot of energy, but the path is blocked. How can you enrich your energy from Swadhisthana chakra to Sahasrara chakra? Because that energy has to move, then it will be useful. You have a more energy, but you don't have giving someone else to buy the property, or you are not enriching the money from one part to another part to invest. So that path has to be clear. So this path is very important to clean. That is Sushumna. So that's why whenever we will go the process of Kundalini awakening, the pranayama is the most important part. It's the Kundalini awakening. That will clean your that. But another things I told you, you maybe cleaned your path, but you don't have awakened energy. What to do? So you have to clean the path as well as you have to awaken the energy also personally. So now let me give you definition of the Kundalini, then you can maybe understand. Listen, Kundalini awakening is all about to discover your chakra first. Kundalini awakening is all about to discover your chakra first, actually where they are. Then you have to awaken your chakra. Then you have to balance all the chakra. Then you have to awaken your Kundalini. There is 4 steps. Let me give one question to you. You can put the thumbs up if you feel comfortable. You can feel your third eye chakra. I hope you all are. Yes. Exactly in the same way, my dear friends, can you feel your throat chakra? No. Can you feel your heart chakra? No. Can you feel your Swadhisthana chakra, Muladhara chakra, or Manipura chakra? No. Yes, you can inform where they are. So listen, where they are, the chakras. 2 things, where they are and where exactly they are. There is 2 things. For example, I ask you, Chocolate can understand that someone asked that where she is staying. I said she is staying near Ramjhula. So near Ramjhula is the area. But exactly in which place you have to find exactly. So I am going to inform you right now where they are according to the scripture, according to my experience, according to the different yogis experience. But you have to find yourself. Where is your throat chakra? Listen carefully. It can be round. Now it's coming to the practical part. Throat chakra is your, no, it is your throat, just behind your throat in the spine. All the chakras are in the spine, not in your body. So throat chakra is just behind your throat and in the spine. So where it is? So exactly here in the back side of your neck, in the spine. So that area you know, you listened right now, you informed, but actually where it is, you have not discovered yet. So please, right now, this workshop give you all information, and also I will give you a lot of audio techniques so that you can discover the chakra in the same way the way you have discovered your third eye point. So just imagine, if I ask you, all of you, please listen. If I ask you, your third eye is here, can you believe me? No, you cannot believe me. Your third eye is here. You cannot believe me because you have experienced it is here. Exactly in this way. Why? Because you have experience. Exactly in this way. You have to find your throat chakra. Why you need to find? Because where you knock. If I ask you, for example, Rani or Anna, that please focus to your throat chakra. Where they focus? If you don't know the exact point, how can you focus? Okay, so if you want to focus, you have to know the exact point. Our scriptures have been saying that all chakras are half awakened. You know, in your it is that in drowsy. You are just, for example, in morning time you wake up, but still you feel drowsy. Keep on knocking. Someone keep on knocking, then you will wake up. Exactly. All our chakras are half awakened or partially awakened. You have to knock them to awake. So to knock, you have to know the exact point. Let me give you another example. Maybe your friend in an hotel. I'm now giving why chakra discovery is important. Maybe in a friend in a hotel and is taking rest. And there is 3, 4, 5th stair in the hotel, 5th floor building. And somehow you find there is some emergency, so fire in that hotel. And you just inform that your brother or your friend is on the 4th floor. So do you think, is it enough to go and knock the door and bring your friend out? No, it is not enough. Maybe there is 20 room or 30 room and there is fire, or you have to knock the door to wake your friend. So to knock, you have to know the exact point. To knock, you have to know the exact point. So exactly, to awaken your chakras, you have to discover the exact point so that you can knock and awaken them. So once again, let me give you the 4 steps to awaken your Kundalini. And once again, I will repeat the importance of chakra so that I can take your questions. Kundalini Yoga can be divided into 2 steps. One is chakra meditation. And another is Kundalini meditation. One is chakra meditation, another is Kundalini meditation. I will inform you. Let me present first. Chakra meditation can be divided into 2 steps. One is discover your chakra. And another is awaken your chakra. Exactly in the same way, the Kundalini meditation can be divided into 2. One is balancing chakra. and I'm going to awaken your Kundalini. There is 4 steps. So you can ask me, balancing your chakra, why you wrote over there in Kundalini meditation, why you have written over here that balance your chakra. Listen carefully. Chakra meditation is individually you are working with your chakra, individually. You are working with your Agnya chakra, your throat chakra individually, and to discover and to awake individually. But Kundalini meditation, you are working combined. Your balancing means all your chakras you are balancing. And awaken your Kundalini, all your chakras combined you are working, then it will awaken. So please, this 4 step you remember. If you go to the YouTube, you can find a lot of YouTuber or masters keep on presenting the dangerous part of the Kundalini, the dangerous yoga. I do feel also. But if something is danger, don't you think that we must not learn? We must learn. Don't you think that driving is also dangerous? Of course. If you are aware, not aware, if you not give proper importance, attention, exactly in the same way. If you not give importance properly step by step, it can be danger. If you give proper aware, proper attention, then it can be very useful. So first one is discover your chakra. Second one is awaken your chakra. Third one is balance your chakra. Fourth one is your awaken your Kundalini. And here I have designed, listen carefully, I have designed few meditation technique to help you in all aspects. You no need to do anything, just you need to follow. For example, to discover your chakra, what do I have created a 20-minute technique I will give to you. Just you listen once a day for the 20 days or 1 week or 21 days. Automatically you discover your throat chakra. What you need to find, and the guided part will help you to find. Then I have created 21 meditation technique, and if you just follow, then automatically that whatever you find the point, it will awaken. And then I have created 12 meditation technique to balance your chakra. Just follow, it will balance. Then I have 12 meditation technique for Kundalini awakening, then it will be awakened. So, and I am not asking you to take all these things. It is not. I will give you the overall concept. You can find, you can design, or if you don't find any option, you can take the support of my recordings. Okay. First, now, once again, let you know the process of Kundalini. Then I will ask you how to discover your chakra. Once again, I am saying, just listen to clarify you, because you have understood the 4 steps. Now you can understand over here how they works. First chakra, second chakra, third chakra, or maybe little bit distance. First chakra, second chakra, third chakra, fourth, fifth, sixth, and this is the 7th. In Kundalini Yoga, we are not bothering about the 7th chakra. No. We are working only 6 chakras because we can do something with our 6 chakras. 7 chakras, the energy automatically move from 6 to 7. Automatically it will move. So we can work with that. Listen here. The energy has to move. The energy has to move in this way. Has to move. And you have to gather energy from each chakra. You have to collect energy in each chakra. Then it will, you find a lot of energy, then it will move. I told you that your more energy has to be awakened, and the awakened energy has to be enriched toward the Sahasrara chakra. This is the principle. This is the only way. So to awaken this personal chakras, each chakra, you have to discover the chakra. I will ask you, maybe Romina, that please focus to your heart chakra. So you have to first know where the exact point of the heart chakra. Then you will give attention. Then you will give attention, and then you will awaken. There is a lot of procedure, but the main procedure is give attention. How to awaken your chakra? Listen carefully. Attention is, write down in your notebook if you are writing, otherwise keep on listening this recordings later. Attention is the food of your chakra. Let me repeat once again. Attention is the food of your chakra. It means by giving attention, you can awaken your chakras. But the same question I am keep on asking from the first part of the class. Where you need to attention? Where is the exact point to give your attention? To find that exact point is all about discovering the chakra. So that's why you need to find the point where you knock, where you give attention. Okay, so that is, once you awaken that, then you have gathered your energy in a place. Then whenever you try by using the another technique, then that will up. So now first step is discover your chakra. You understood why discover the chakra and how discover the chakra. Of course, for example, I will ask you that find 1 minute. This is my book. I will ask you just find the A where is. A where is. So this is, so a lot of things you will go. You will look properly, then it will come here. So exactly in this way, listen carefully. What is the process to discover your chakra? Listen. Please, once again, collect yourself. If you miss me completely, maybe next moment we will not meet together. Only this 1-2 sentence listen that can change your life. I told you, or yogic scriptures informed you, or yogis are informed you, the area of the chakras, where just behind your throat, in your spine, there is chakra. So maybe this is the area. This is the area you can find the throat chakra. Okay. This is the area. It can be a coin. It is small round over there. So that's how to find the exact chakra. Listen, you just give proper focus or concentrate on that area. So if you give focus on that area, what will happen? You can find a lot of sensation over there. Why you find a lot of sensation over there? Because our body is producing, our body is collection of sensation. Our body is a collection of sensation. Wherever you focus, you can find sensation. That is all about the nature of the body. And listen, when you give exactly that area, keep on giving attention on that area, and you stay there, and keep on observing all the sensation, then listen carefully, then a great and strong sensation you can find out of them. And that sensation is your throat chakra. And that sensation indirectly invite you, asking you, please, I'm here. For example, maybe Romina is coming to the Rishikesh and wants to meet me, and I am saying, okay, I am here in that place in maybe Ramjula area. So just Romina came and finding where you are. So she has not is not looking to me, but I found. I said, oh Romina, I'm here. I'm putting my hand. Exactly. Your all chakras are showing that yes, I am here. Please come here. You try to find the things, your chakra will give you sensation and saying, I am here. It means your chakras also wants to awake, wants that please discover me. So just you give attention on that area, automatically a heavy sensation, a great sensation automatically come out, pop up, knocking to your spine that yes, I am here. Later I will tell you, your chakras not in your spine. Your chakras in your astral body, in your pranic body, but they are sending some sensation that I am here. For example, I will knock. I'm behind and knock. So focus here. That place. So spine is just medium. To go through the spine, you can discover your chakra. So overall, we'll talk later. I will give you step-by-step information all. First of all, that you have to stay there. I hope you understood. What will happen? I'm really love and respect to all. I'm not here to just give you the philosophical things. I want you to grow. For growth, two things is very necessary. What? One is focus, second is observation. So when I ask you, please focus here. So you are focusing here, then I will ask you out of all the spots, for example, all the spot, which spot is more intense? So you have to be very aware. So staying in one point behind your throat to find the throat chakra is all about the concentration practice, is all about focus practice. So it will help you to develop your focus. And you have to find the exact sensation, because a lot of thousands of sensation you can find at that point. So you have to very aware out of that 1,000 sensation, which one is very intense. So you have to very aware, or your observation power has to improve. So whatever the meditation technique I will give you, if you keep on practicing 20 minutes daily, then your focus and your observation power increase. And as well as you will able to discover your throat chakra. So maybe out of you say, Siddhant, I don't want to awaken my Kundalini. What will happen? I'm happy with my life. Then I will say, then I am the right person right now, and this workshop is the right place for you. Because don't bother about the next 3 steps. Next 3 steps. First, no. Why no? Let me give you the practical aspect of the discovering chakra and your possibilities. Looking to your profession, looking to your relationship, looking to your personal life, and looking to your spiritual life. Let me give you one more thing. Maybe you say, I don't want spiritual life, but please never do that. Never say that. Don't you think that whenever you have any danger, you are pray to God? Yes. You, oh God, please help me, save me. That is the spiritual part of the life. It means spiritual part is very compulsory. The very positive and pure part is spiritual part. It is definitely necessary. Unknowingly, if you pray God, unknowingly you are looking someone else to help you, then that is the spiritual part. Never ignore that. It is better to give little bit importance. Okay, now let me give you the positive aspect of the discovering chakra. Why you need to discover chakra? The practical aspect of this workshop. This is your Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipurak, Anahat, Visuddh, Ajna Chakra. Now please listen, and also I will ask Munna to send you whatever I am saying right now, going to say. It is very, very important. I will send you in your mail, or I will send a small graph or a quotation type in your mail or in this group. Listen. Your Muladhara chakra is help you to balance your personal life. Listen, don't you think that you need to balance your personal life? Definitely yes. What is personal life? Let's talk about. Personal life means your common thing you need to do. What that? Don't you think you need a good sleep, proper sleep? Don't you think that you need a balanced food? Don't you think that a balanced sex or relationship? Don't you think that you must balance fear? Whatever, whether you are looking for the professional growth, whether you are looking for the spiritual growth, you need a very common basic life. So normally there is 4 things there: fear, sex, food, or sleep. These are the very basic things, these 4 things: food, fear, sex, and sleep. These are the 4 things. And look, these 4 are unbalanced in our life. If you have little balance, you must be very grateful to the existence, and your Muladhara chakra is a little bit balanced. So what to do? Let me give a very simple solution. Just give attention to your Muladhara chakra. You can find your food, your sex, your fear, and your sleep automatically balanced. Right now, maybe last 20 or 30 years, you have been trying. It hasn't happened. Just try 30 days. You can find it will give you the positive result. So now, to work with your Muladhara chakra, don't you think that you need to discover the exact point of Muladhara chakra? Without discovering the chakra, how can you awaken your chakra? So I hope you understood the things. So practical. Whoever talking about Kundalini Yoga for the seekers, Kundalini Yoga for the person who was looking for the enlightenment, no, not at all. It is a very, it is for everyone. The person wants to balance the very personal life. For example, I am old. I don't want any kind of professional growth and spiritual growth. I want to live a very common life, a happy life, a smooth life. Then work with your Muladhara chakra. Before that, you need to. And also, all the disease, let me give you a little bit disease. All the disease were from lower abdominal to lower, all your body parts is related to your Muladhara chakra. It means your joint problem, your leg ache, your back problem, all are related to your Muladhara chakra. So I will ask Munna to give you that which Muladhara chakra, which the disease is related to Muladhara chakra, so that you can confidence. Here I am just want to indirectly convince you, please, my dear, please give 20 minutes daily to your Muladhara Chakra and take as an experiment for 30-40 days so that you can balance your little bit your food, sex, fear, and sleep. Automatically, urge will come. Automatically, urge will come. That energy will do everything. You don't need to do anything. Energy will do everything. That is all about. Here, you cannot do anything. You are living your life on your thought, feelings, and emotional level. And energy is much more than that. So it is the Muladhara Chakra. Okay, now come to the Swadhisthana Chakra. So let me give you the information so that whatever you want, for example, someone asks, okay, I am ready to live a unbalanced personal life, but I want money. I want success in my professional life. Then come to the Swadhisthana Chakra. Swadhisthana Chakra is all about your professional life. Look, whatever you are doing, for example, you are a director, then good script will come in your mind. If you are a carpenter, then you can good ideas how to create good things. You are a poet. So all the creativity related to your profession comes automatically. It means you will be more focused to your profession. All your professional life related to your Swadhisthana Chakra. Look, all the good directors, good poet, good artists, good musicians, their Swadhisthana Chakra is awakened or more awakened. Major part is awakened. But they don't have a good personal life. They don't have maybe good willpower, but they are good poet. They are good artist. So if you are looking for the good professional life, then work with your Swadhisthana Chakra. And also the problems, it is related to your lower part of the, it is your intestines, your lower lungs, or something, or I will give you, I am not taking the disease part. I am now giving the professional part. Last part of the day in this workshop, I will give you the disease part. Okay. Or I will give you the information because that is not much important. Just you can inform. So professional, listen carefully. 3 life is very important. One is professional life, personal life, and spiritual life. So personal life is all about your Muladhara Chakra. Professional life, all about your Swadhisthana Chakra. Now come to the third one, Manipura Chakra. What is Manipura Chakra? Manipura Chakra is all about the power. Just imagine, maybe you will get a good idea to what to do. Good idea. To whom you ask, they will say, oh, this is the best idea. 99% will supporting with your idea, but you don't have that power to activate, to implement. So Manipura Chakra is all about the power. Whether you want to grow in your personal life, whether you want to grow in your professional life, you need energy. So Manipura Chakra is all about guts, willpower, commitment, courage. So it is very important. For example, wake up early in the morning, doing asana, pranayama, meditation is good. Before sunrise, you must wake up. I must follow the discipline, schedule, but you don't have that power to implement in your life. So that power, lacking of power. So that Manipura Chakra give you the power. That power can be implemented for your personal growth and for your professional growth. So I hope you understood the 3 chakras. So if you want to awaken your Manipura Chakra, then you have to discover first. Why we have not discovered? Because we have not informed before. We have not asked, we have requirement for that. We are living a very common life. And why we have discovered? He discovered because it was necessary. In India, in India, you can find a lot of person putting tilak over here and the priests are putting. So it was a traditional culture to awaken your third eye chakra. Later you can ask me why we have not we have not discover the other chakras. I will give also that answer. So now come to the chakras. 3 chakras we have talked. Now come to the 4th chakra. 4th chakra is heart chakra, Anahata chakra. Listen, heart chakra is all about emotion and feelings. You know, we have 2 levels. We are thought level in our mind, in our upper part, and feeling emotions in our heart level. So look, Munna keep on asking me last 3 days that you must talk about the emotional balance. A lot of people have emotional unbalance. So definitely, I will go deep into the subject later. But right now, if you really want to balance your emotion, then work with your heart chakra. As a girl, normally girls have the emotional unbalance. So you must have work with your heart chakra. So before work with the heart chakra, you must discover where the exact point of the heart chakra. And it is not only feelings, it is all about the compassion, balance, the balance feelings, emotion, and your emotion and your feelings can be transformed into compassion and the right balance of your feelings, emotion. So heart chakra is very important, especially for the girls. And of course, boys, they don't have proper feelings, emotion. They have to balance. That's why they have to trigger. Before that trigger, they have to discover the chakra. Now come to the Vishuddhi chakra. You can say it is a part of spiritual chakra, you can say. But our scripture is saying spiritual chakra, spiritual part. But I am not completely agree with that. Why? Actually, it is not the chakra of spirituality. It is a chakra of understanding. Which understanding? Actual understanding. For what? Understanding for peace, understanding for clarity, understanding what to do, what not to actually. Look, your professional decision never give you the peace. Your professional decision give you money, give you success in the outer world. But your actual decision is give you peace. So that is all about the maturity. The original maturity is related to the throat chakra. So don't you think that you are a mature person? Definitely. So your professional life is related to Swadhisthana chakra, your personal life related to Muladhara chakra, your spiritual life related to your throat chakra, your feelings and emotion related to heart chakra, your power to do all the things is related to the Manipura chakra. Now, here, your third eye is complete balancing all the things. But just imagine, if you don't have the right personal growth, don't have right the emotional growth, don't have willpower, don't have spiritual growth, what kind of then balance? So without growth, there is not balance. Without a certain amount of growth, there cannot be any balance. And of course, little bit balance is happening. And let me give you, nature is already awakened all your chakras a little bit. A little amount of discipline you have on your personal level, otherwise you will be mad. A little bit ability for your personal to professional growth, whoever you are. A little bit willpower you have, a little bit emotion and feelings you are trying to balance, and little bit understanding you have. And overall balancing you have. So overall you have whatever you want to grow, you just try to discover that chakra and work with to awaken that chakra. So I hope you understood the importance of discovering the chakra. Now, don't relate to the Kundalini. Definitely, you can relate. Look into the personal growth. Look into your personal growth. Look into your professional growth. Look into your spiritual growth. Look into your balanced personality. Discover your chakra is very important so that you can awaken special that chakra which you are looking for. And once you awaken that, let me give you the what is balance the chakra. What is balance the chakra? For example, you, Romina or Anna, listen. You work with your Swadhisthana chakra, and your Swadhisthana chakra is awakened maybe 70%. Okay, and your Manipura chakra is maybe 30%, 20%, and 50%. Okay, and this is 40%. Then what will happen? Then your professional growth we must. You are earning good, but your personal life is good, not good. Your willpower is so, and your emotional is unbalanced. Look, you are earning good money, but you are not good here, and you are not good here that much. You are here so, and overall you have overall understanding. So how to balance that? Listen. It is like in this way. Let me inform you, all the chakras are connected to the spine. Connected to the spine. So this is your spine. And there is blockage. The red one is your blockage. Understand? Look, you can find maybe 100 of videos in YouTube. Balance your chakra, balance your chakra. Now understand what is balance. This red one is the blockage. And this is your Muladhara chakra, this is Swadhisthana chakra, this is Manipura chakra, this is your Anahata chakra, Vishuddha chakra, and this is your Ajna chakra. And I said maybe your 70%, this is 40%, this is 30%, this is 20%, and this is maybe 35%. Okay, that is percentage. Just forget here, because these are the related to your personal life. So here, if you want to balance, what to do? Listen, 40% means now this much, 70% means, 30% means, and 20% means, 35% means maybe this much. Okay. And they are separately awakened. Listen carefully. They are separately awakened. Now, just try. You clean this path. Now connect all the things. What will happen? You connect all the, you understand this is a pot. 40% water, 70% water, 30%. You just connect. The moment you connect, you can find everything with balance. All the level will be the same. The 70% will decrease, the 40% will increase. You will find the same level. All the level will be the same. Because it is connected that. Just you clean this path. You clean your spine, then all your chakras, all your chakra will be balanced. Look, listen carefully. If you want to grow and want to experience the balance of your life, experience the peace, and experience the Kundalini awakening, then do balance. Otherwise, don't do balance. Work personally. For example, someone asks, okay, I want only the good relationship. I don't want balance. Then do not go for the balance, because the moment you go for balance, your relationship, you cannot give importance much to the relationship. Your all energy will divide it. So, so it means balancing is only discovered for the real growth. You cannot find very unbalanced. You cannot find that your professional is very balanced, your spiritual is not growing. It will not happen. Automatically, your spiritual part and your professional part will balance. Your emotional and your willpower will be balanced. Your personal will be balanced. So balance is a negative part if you want to personal growth separately. But balance is a good thing if you want to balance life. Okay. And now what to do? The Kundalini, in Kundalini, what we are doing? We are keep on working all the chakras separately. Listen carefully. I am now presenting Kundalini. In Kundalini, we are keep on focusing to all the chakras. Keep on focusing. So more focusing, more generating energy on the personal chakra also. And you are generating more energy and you are moving your energy. If I'm saying this, you are allowing your energy to move towards your Ajna chakra and Sahasrara. So here the way you are maybe 7 factory. Maybe Romina is a very millionaire and she has 7 different factories, a lot of workers. So whatever people generating the money, she is bringing here to investing somewhere else. So exactly, whatever you are generating energy in your Muladhara chakra, all the energy you are shifting toward the Sahasrara chakra. Whatever you are generating on your Swadhisthana chakra, all the energy you are, look, whenever I am asking all the energy you are shifting to the Sahasrara chakra, it means the required energy for the chakra you are storing there. For example, whenever I am asking, you are, whatever you are generating the money, one factory, you are taking the, it means not that closing the factory. Whatever the money required to run the factory, you are giving them. The benefit, the profit you are bringing and taking. Exactly. Whatever the energy necessary to live a personal life, professional life, you are using them, you are keep it there. But the more energy whenever you are generating, you are bringing and moving towards your Sahasrara chakra. So that's why Kundalini Yoga is ultimately giving you the balance. And it can be also possible. You are asking, no, I don't want to do any kind of business. Then all the energy move towards the Sahasrara. Today, I don't want to much balance my personal life. Very limited personal life. Not try to balance. Then all the energy will move. And now you don't have any kind of attachment, any kind of relationship on that level. Then the energy will move. So either you want a personal growth or professional growth or a balanced life or a spiritual life or a heavy Kundalini awakening. In all aspects, your this discovering chakra is going to help you, because this is the first step. Oh, I think this is too much for today. Tomorrow, I will talk about the nadis. What are the nadi and what are the pranic sarir? How your energy is moving from pranic sarir body to your physical body, and where the chakra mean. What is the chakra means? Why spine importance? why all the chakras in your spine, and as well as I will give some more information about that Kundalini and Chakra awakening. Actually, I had a small gift for you. Listen, all the chakras are in your spine, all the chakras. And before finding the chakra, you have to be very aware about your spine, because chakra means, finding the chakra means you are partially aware of your spine spot by spot, isn't it? You have to focus on the throat area, you have to focus on that area, in your heart area, in your Manipur area, another area, you have to specially. So right now, I am giving a technique, a 10-minute or 11-minute audio track. It will help you to experience your spine. So today, I will send in your group. Please add in the group. I will keep you sending a lot. Otherwise, I will ask Munna to send you in your mail. But WhatsApp is a very, very common way to present. So feel your spine. Feel your spine. That track I am going to give you. Please listen and feel your spine. Tomorrow when you come, then I will help you to move more. So right now, the question answer session. Please, if you ask, anything you want to ask related to today's session, if you have any question. Otherwise, if you want to listen once again the video, then Munna will share this video in your group. So you listen once again. Before tomorrow class, listen once again. Yes, please, any question, don't hesitate to ask. And never hesitate. You feel as if one-to-one class is going on, you and me. And this is the first step. You need to remove your hesitation. We are here to learn and understand. So don't hesitate. Yes, ma'am. You are muted. You are muted.
Can't understand the difference between the third eye and the Kundalini chakra. Can't understand the difference.
Third eye and
Kundalini.
Okay. So, ma'am, let me first answer the Rani, then I will take your question. Okay. So, Rani, so try to turn on your video so that I can look to you. Okay. There are 6 chakras in our body. Actually, there are 114 chakras in our body. Few chakras you can clearly experience in your body. Few. They are not the body, in your physical body, but most of chakras in your astral body, in your pranic body, not your physical body. So, and all the chakras you can experience in your spine, in your physical body. And Ajna chakra is just one of that 114 chakras, and out of 114, there are only 7 chakras are important and practical. Okay, so this is Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, Manipura chakra, Anahata chakra, Vishuddha chakra, and this is Ajna chakra. This is Ajna chakra. So this is one chakra out of 114 or out of 7. And this is the last chakra, Sahasrara chakra. Okay, this is only one chakra. And what is Kundalini? Kundalini is an energy. You have to awaken all the chakras. Then awaken means creating energy. Then that energy will move from lower chakra to upper chakra. Let me once again repeat you. Listen carefully. Kundalini, what is Kundalini? Kundalini means you need to awaken all the 6 chakras. After awakening, whatever energy you produce in different places, you collecting on the energy, all the energy, and lifting towards your Sahasrara chakra. Why? Because in the first part of the class, I told you the lower chakra is the lower consciousness, very common life. The more you live in upper level, the more higher energy you need. And higher energy help you to take other kind of higher decisions. So let me once again inform you, the lowest energy is disease, sickness. It can be physical, mental, and psychic. The average energy is all about the normal so-called life. You and me, we are normal common man. So we have an average energy. The more little bit higher energy, then that is meditation, where there is no thought or one thought or very focused. And the highest energy is called samadhi. And that we can experience in the Sahasrara chakra, or you can say upper part of the third eye chakra. In third eye chakra, we can stay in the meditative level. Exactly. The poor man thinking in a poor way. The rich man is thinking higher way. And you can say it can be poor, in mental intellectual level. Intellectual poor man, the person has a bad intention, the poor people. They are thinking very common way. Higher, they're always thinking about the higher society, how to save country, how to save society, what to do for the whole, the global warming. For the common man, it's not thinking about herself or himself. So this is about the lower energy and higher energy. Okay, Rani? And yes, please, thank you. Keep on asking, never hesitate to anything. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can ask your question. Indomini, please ask question.
Okay. Well, a couple of things. When you were talking about how the energy, when it's balanced, it's all even. Does it go 100% in all the chakras, or does it just level off within the chakras? And does it? I'm seeing this like water for some reason.
Exactly.
And if you
I understood. Let me answer that part. Your main body, does it move toward 100%? It can never goes 100% when you balance. Listen, it is impossible, because you are transferring all the energy to the Sahasrara chakra. Personally, it can be 100%. But when you balance, it never. It is you are generating, and whatever you are producing energy, it is passing towards the Sahasrara chakra. So personally also, it is really challenging to 100%. 60-70% it can be measured overall out of experience and intelligence in personal. It means a person is very balanced personal life. You can find somehow a little bit imbalance. So it can be 60%, 70% balance. Because when you balance your personal, you feel to barrier. What is the purpose? More means you are looking for the higher chakra. So personally, it will be 20%. Combined, more than 30%. You cannot be attached to your or you cannot be your sacral chakra. You have developed and awakened your sacral chakra more. Now you want to transfer your energy from sacral chakra to heart chakra. It can be also possible. You may not allow your energy from one chakra to Sahasrara. You can shifting your energy from one chakra to another chakra also.
By shifting it, do you take it from where it came from?
Some technique is there. Some technique, and technique is nothing. Technique is all about your breathing, your inner retention, your outer retention, your visualization, and your experience, your feeling.
Okay.
It means, ma'am, I'm very happy to present whatever you want to balance your life according to you. It can help you. It means this Kundalini yoga is really make you master whatever you want. But here I would like to say one thing. Please take it lightly. If you develop your sacral chakra and you want to shift towards the Manipura chakra, then it is better that you personally work with that chakra. Personally work with that chakra, because within 2-3 months you can awaken. And yes,
Once
please.
it awakens, can it unawaken?
No, it is not. Unawaken can be possible when you balance. Yes, one more thing. It is really challenging to say no. Listen carefully. Once it awaken, it is really difficult to unawake. But when you not give any attention, it can be covered.
Okay.
It can be covered. And if you give a little bit, for example, once you learn the swimming, can you unlearn? But if you not give importance, then you cannot swim along, but you can swim. If you give importance, then it can. Exactly in this way. Once it awaken, it is the actually importance of the spirituality. Once you the percentage you awakened, then it is difficult to ignorance. That's why once you understood, you understood. Yes, you can ignore your understanding, but
Okay.
thank you. Please keep on asking questions. Never hesitate. Look, you have paid for that. You deserve to ask questions. And if you don't have right now any question, don't bother about. You listen the question, this video, this presentation, and create question. The question should be practical. Try to, because all our time is very precious. The question must be helpful for your growth, or maybe looking to the humanity, all humanity. I choose this path. Look, I am very practical. I am always focusing the pranayama normally, meditation normally. But I have choose that because I found this is so practical to everyone in this existence. And especially for our children, youngsters. Okay. So it is almost 1.5 hours. So thank you very much to give me this opportunity to say something. And thank you very much. You listen me, and I am trying my best. And your questions help me to go deep. And listen this once again. This can really help you. Tomorrow I will come with a new, challenging and great topic related to this chakra discovery. And I will share this. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you soon. Thank you. Tomorrow.